What is forgiveness, and why should we forgive?
Forgiveness benefits the forgiver. We don't forgive because we want to punish somebody. We want to give them our wrath, our psychic judgment, our psychic punishment. We don't forgive them. But they don't really feel our lack of forgiveness often as not. We'll teach them, we won't forgive them, but they don't get that teaching. And sometimes they do, but generally they don't. It's entirely going on inside our own head. So when we're carrying that lack of forgiveness on, that psychic punishment, that ongoing grinding judgment of somebody, it wears us down. It inhibits our access to our own heart. It contaminates love. It infects us. It's hate. And there is the old saying, to err, to make mistakes, is human. But to forgive is divine. And what that means is that to actually let things go, to accept things as they are, to accept people as they are, to let judgments go, that actually is accessing the divine within. So forgiveness has an access to the divine. And when you access the divine within, when you touch that level, that purest level of being inside, wonderful things happen. It can shift your whole life. It can bring you up onto a new possibility path. And the benefit of forgiving is huge for you. Forgive everybody for everything. Forgive everybody for everything. And then they go, well, what about Hitler? What about, I can never forgive Hitler. Well, why not? You know, because think about it. Hitler did what he did. Stalin did what he did. The mass murderers did what they did because of their conditioning. Even the choices that they made. I choose to kill these Jews. I choose to kill this guy. That choice arose out of who they were being. And who they are being arose out of what had happened in their conditioning and causes that had happened to them in the previous life or lives. And in the same way as you can't really be held responsible, nor can they. Forgive them. And then there's a possibility of showing them something else. Forgive everybody for everything. Forgive yourself. I'm so bad, I did that thing, it's so bad what I've done. I'll always be stained by it. I'll punish myself by not forgiving myself. Forgive yourself. Let go. Because ultimately when you do, you arrive at a place which is very spacious, where there are no stains, where nothing's broken, where there's actually love. Forgiveness brings you back home. It's actually, if you think about it, when you're not forgiving, I hate my father, I'll never forgive him for what he did. People are like that. But that, you know, who suffers there? What suffering is perpetuated there? Your father could even be dead and it's still, I will never forgive him. But then one day you do. Because you do realize that he was just doing the best he could. Wasn't the best that there was to be done, but it was the best he could. And you forgive him for being who he was. And then suddenly you feel such a compassion inside you. Such a quality of greatness that you know deeply that actually this is the very best thing to have done. That nothing was being served by not forgiving. People think, well, if I don't forgive someone, it'll teach them. No, it doesn't. It doesn't teach them anything except to hate. And mothers enrolling their children in the badness of their father. Is that a great lesson? No. What is a great lesson? Teaching children to forgive. How beautiful is forgiveness? It's something you can do. It's something great you can do. That you can do. Forgive. They don't know what they did. That's the whole image of Jesus, isn't he? On the cross. And he's still got time to go, look, forgive these guys. They don't know what they're doing. You know, their conditioning, the causes that have brought them to this point where they're crucifying me of all people. They don't know what they're doing. Forgive them. I forgive them. And that's great. Everybody goes, wow, he did that on the cross? That is just pretty cool that he could do that there and then. That's proper forgiveness. But yeah, we can too. We can forgive. Forgive everybody. Free yourself. Forgive everybody. Everything. That doesn't mean condone every action, but it means you forgive. Let karma, let the natural flow of things work things out. An eye for an eye means what goes around comes around, eventually. Turning the other cheek means turn the other cheek because you understand that you're not necessarily the one to bring that balancing of karma around. So you turn the other cheek, it'll be dealt with. Forgive. It'll all be dealt with in due course. Trust life to get it right. And then you free yourself and your heart is free again. So forgive. I now completely forgive everybody for everything. Be great.